Hello, I'm Liz Hill. Welcome to Podsnappery, the willful determination to ignore the objectionable or inconvenient, at the same time assuming airs of superior virtue and noble resignation. We explore things I find interesting, unusual, or annoying. So let's get down to it and spill the tea. There are so many words that exist in so many languages on our small planet. These words can be boiled down to many common meanings, yet each one is unique to a culture or language. Yet there's one common thread I'm going to yank on today: insults. We all have them and we all use them. Today, I'm going to introduce you to some rarely used insults that I believe you should consider using. And trust me, these days, they will really come in handy. So let's get started. First up is cockwomble. This is an insult of British origin. This is a person, usually male, prone to making outrageously stupid statements and/or inappropriate behavior while generally having a very high opinion of their own wisdom and importance. It almost provides an image of what one would look like. What a perfect word, right? We all know people like this in real life and on the internet, where they are prolific. It is a delightful word that should definitely be used more often. Yet it got me thinking, is a cockwomble usually a white male? Does the ability to become a cockwomble rely upon coming from a place of privilege, or is it really more about stupidity and disregard for others?
Some people are really fucking stupid.
100%. Now, obviously, it's easy to come up with male cockwombles, but what about female ones? As the definition suggests, these would be harder to find. I have to say, I can't think of any that I've had direct contact with, since those that come close either make outrageous, stupid statements or have a high opinion of their own importance, but not both. The only ones I could think of would be political figures who are still supporting one of the all-time biggest cockwombles in US history.
We do not speak his name.
Yeah, I won't say his name, but you can refer to him as FOTUS. You know, the first felon of the United States. Yeah, him. And unless you are a cockwomble yourself, you can do the math. The exact origins of cockwomble are hard to pin down. It's believed to have first surfaced on an online English football forum, where it was used to describe someone possessing properties of striking idiocy. Sounds familiar. The term has gained popularity in recent years, particularly on social media platforms. The word is a compound of cock, which is used in British slang to describe someone who is foolish or annoying, and womble, which softens the insult and adds a humorous twist. The Wombles are fictional creatures from a British children's television show known for their tidying habits, making the combination somewhat absurd and thus humorous.
You do the work because... What's the matter? Ghost indeed. What a silly Billy. He thought you were a ghost.
Sounds familiar. Cockwomble is an interesting example of creativity and humor in British slang, combining elements of indecency and whimsy to produce a memorable and effective insult.
That'll do it.
Now, while researching cockwomble, I came across a couple of interesting synonyms from the ever-popular Urban Dictionary: fuckwit and shit for brains. Well, one of those we know all too well.
Yo, shit for brains!
But I had to share the definition of fuckwit. A person who is not only lacking a clue, but apparently is unable or unwilling to even acquire said clue, even when handed it on a plate in generous portions. So yeah, we definitely know people like this. The Cambridge English Dictionary tells us that fuckwit is an unpleasant or stupid person.
In June this year, Rose Porteous was caught driving dangerously without her headlights on. A breath test came out negative, so police made her have a thanks fuckwit.
Snollygoster. an unprincipled but shrewd person. There is much that we do not know about snollygoster, where the word comes from, and whether it is connected to snallygaster.
What?
Let me explain. Snallygaster, a mythical nocturnal creature that is reported chiefly from rural Maryland and is reputed to be part reptile and part bird. It is said to prey upon poultry and children, and this is the sort of word that one should avoid putting on a resume. But hey, I'm going to stop right there before this turns into another cryptid episode. Snollygoster was first used in the nasty politics of 19th century America. One amateur definition of the word dates to 1895, when a newspaper editor explained, "A snollygoster is a fellow who wants office, regardless of party, platform, or principles." Remind you of anyone?
Yes, quite good.
Indeed.
Most certainly. What year is it?
51?
Ah, delectable. Indeed.
Yes.
Oh dear, what is it? I've spontaneously combusted. Oh, I am sorry. Oh, it's quite all right. I've grown tired of living. Ah, very good then.
For the best.
Yes, indeed.
Now, I think you will agree that this is a mouthful. A mumpsimus is a stubborn person who insists on making an error in spite of being shown that it is wrong. That's right. Supposedly, this insult originated with an illiterate priest who said mumpsimus rather than sumpsimus. We have taken in Latin. During Mass. Dare I say, a mondegreen? When he was corrected, the priest replied that he would not change his old mumpsimus for his critic's new sumpsimus. Honestly, not the first time a member of the clergy was difficult to understand.
Marriage is what brings us together today.
Yep, that was a mouthful. Now, I am very excited for you to learn this one. It's very common right now, even if the word itself isn't. A lickspittle is a fawning subordinate, or a suck-up. The etymology is pretty self-explanatory with this word. It is part of a grand pantheon of English words for sycophants. We have bootlicker, toad eater, ass kisser, apple polisher, and fart catcher. Wait, scratch that last one. A fart catcher is a footman. Anyway, the point is, we have many words for the sort of person who, licks spit. Although the word has long been thought to have been the product of the 19th century, recent findings show that we have been referring to lickspittles since the middle of the 17th century. And yet they are found in great abundance today.
You shitting me?
Don't believe me? Just take a look at a typical cabinet meeting in 2025.
At the Trump EPA, we're going to make you proud.
Honor and respect we have for each other is a reflection of you and your leadership.
Thanks to your leadership.
Mr. President, thank you for your leadership at the border.
Thanks to your fantastic leadership.
Yep, nothing like a sycophant to demonstrate what a lickspittle is. And finally, we offer a pillock is a very stupid or foolish person. It is one of the hundreds of euphemisms for the male sexual organ in the English language. The Oxford English Dictionary records the earliest known use of the word from the middle 16th century, a fruitful time for genitalia euphemisms. And for several hundred years, this was apparently the main sense of the word. However, beginning in the late 20th century, pillock took on another meaning, which is that of an idiot or fool of some sort. Both of these uses are almost entirely confined to British English, and the word has little currency in the United States. All the more reason to start using it.
Oh, what a pillock.
So, the willful determination to ignore the objectionable or inconvenient, at the same time assuming airs of superior virtue and noble resignation. That, my friends, is Podsnappery. Thanks for watching. I'm Liz Hill. I hate to say I told you so, so I'm going to shout it really loud.